Hello YouTube, my name is Nerfed. Today we have some Call of Duty Black Ops 3 and a brand new update is available for Black Ops 3 if you play on the PlayStation 4. So today on July 27th, they updated the PS4 version of Black Ops 3 and tomorrow they're going to be updating the Xbox One version, and then I have no idea when they're doing the PC version. I don't play Call of Duty on the PC, so if you guys let me know in the comments, when do they typically do updates for the PC? Is it the same time as like the Xbox One? Is it a week later? Let me know about that down there in the comment section below. But this update is actually pretty hefty. It made a number of changes to a number of weapons in the game, as well as a couple of specialists, and we're going to be covering the major patch notes here in this video. But as usual, if you guys like to read the full patch notes, there's going to be a link down there in the video description. It'll take you over to support.activision.com. It seems they've actually fixed the website. Before, if you tried going to this website, you weren't able to unless you were an Activision employee, but now you can actually go there and read the patch notes for yourselves, so feel free to go ahead and do that. But of course, here in this video, I'm going to point out the major ones for you. So, were you a fan of the Mercenary playlist in Black Ops 3? I certainly hope not, because it has been retired. That is right, ladies and gentlemen. Today, on July 27th of 2016, the Mercenary playlist is no longer available on the PS4, and the same thing is going to be happening to the Xbox One version of the game tomorrow on July 28th. That's a little bit sad for people that like the Mercenary playlist, but ultimately, it probably came down to the fact that the playlist had so few people actually in it that they decided, you know what, it's just really not worth our time and money to maintain these servers because so few people actually play the Mercenary playlist. But still, it's always sad to see something actually being removed from the game. A couple of specialists have actually been changed with this update, Outrider as well as Prophet. I'm going to be covering the changes for you guys here in this video. So Outrider's Sparrow weapon, right, her bow and arrow, now fires even faster. Now what this means is you can rapidly spam at close range even better than you could before. It's going to have a slightly faster fire rate. And they've also increased its speed to maximum arrow charge. And what that means is the time it takes you to basically draw back on your bow to get maximum power or maximum distance with it, that has been increased. So it now happens a little bit faster. So that's pretty good. So a bit of a buff for Sparrow. And Prophet's Tempest weapon has been nerfed to some extent. They have actually reduced the beam size of Prophet's Tempest, so it's going to be a little bit weaker than it was before. A number of weapons have actually been changed with this update. Most notably, the Kuda has been hit with a nerf. They've reduced its 3 and 5 shot kill range. I imagine this is definitely going to impact one of my favorite classes in the game, which is my Silenced Kuda class. I have a feeling it's going to be a lot less effective, but of course we'll have to see. But that is right, the Kuda has been hit with a nerf. It now has a reduced 3 and 5 shot kill range. The VMP has had its recoil stability reduced, meaning that it should kick more. So one of the most popular weapons of Black Ops 3 has now gotten a little bit of a nerf, and that is going to have a little bit more recoil. The Vesper, however, has had its recoil stability increased, which means it should actually kick a little bit less. It's going to have less recoil, which is pretty nice. So it's a minor buff to the Vesper, but it's a buff nonetheless. The HG40 submachine gun actually got a buff. It now has an increased 3-shot kill range, which is pretty nice because the HG40 was pretty weak sauce beforehand. This is going to make it just a little bit better. The Man of War was actually nerfed, having its reload speed and ADS speed reduced. This is actually my second time uploading this video because I made an error on this when I originally uploaded these patch notes. I thought the Man of War was actually being buffed by the wording that they gave in the patch notes itself, but it was actually nerfed, having its reload speed and ADS speed actually reduced. Therefore, it's going to take you a longer time to reload the Man of War, as well as a longer time to aim down sights using the Man of War, making it even clunkier than it was previously. The MX Grand is now stronger, boasting a faster reload speed, better hipfire accuracy, and less recoil than it did before. And the FFAR, or FAMAS, has also been buffed. They've reduced its recoil, they have increased its hipfire accuracy, and they've made it ADS a little bit faster. Those are basically all the changes for the weapons. The Kuda, the VMP, the Vesper, the HG40, the Man of War, the MX Grand, and the FFAR, or FAMAS, have all been changed in one way or another, buffed and nerfed to various degrees. The game mode Fracture has also been updated. They've added a number of medals to it, meaning even more XP than we saw before. Now, unfortunately, they haven't actually added Fracture to Ground War as of just yet, but I assume that's going to be coming in the very near future. So the 4 medals that they've actually added to Fracture are going to be Break the Bank, which you're going to get for depositing 5 or more core files at once, Jackpot for depositing 10 core files without leaving the Fracture site, All Gone for rapidly denying 5 or more of your team's dropped core files, as well as Tearjerker, which you're going to get for killing an enemy who is carrying 5 or more core files. I love the fact that they're adding medals to this playlist because it's going to make it so we actually earn a little bit more XP in a game mode that's usually very good for getting XP because of how fast matches actually are. Now, as of this update, at least to my understanding so far, they have not actually added Fracture to Ground War yet, which is a bit disappointing, but of course they talked about it just yesterday, so it's probably going to take them a little bit of time to get everything set up to be able to actually put Fracture on Ground War, but of course that is going to be coming to Ground War in the very near future. If you guys want to see more on that, I did a video yesterday covering the idea that Fracture is going to come to Ground War via a tweet from David Vonderhaar himself. But ladies and gentlemen, that is going to conclude this video. I hope you guys all enjoyed it. I hope you guys all found it helpful and informative. Once again, if you guys would like to read the full patch notes, there's going to be a link to them down there in the video description. It'll take you over to support.activision.com where you guys can read the entire patch notes straight from the horse's mouth. But ladies and gentlemen, that is all I have for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed enjoyed the video, please drop me a rating. Hope you guys all have a wonderful day.